قولي زمرياته يا ملك تدق وخاماته نيناين خياماته شيري وخمره وقيناته
مخشم شد قدمياته زرقال ضن رمياته نينا برات دمتواته مخشم شد قدمياته زرقال ضن رمياته نينا برات دمتواته
وي وي من غيام وغبتا يا كلد بنيسان وي وي من غيام وغبتا يا كلد بنيسان قازر يا تديا مدخوبة قازر يا تديا مدخوبة مرقن يا تشطرانه
قزر يا تديا مدخوبة مرقن يا تشطرانه
هلا ايدك رغد شخاني يا ننوي خليت دقاني شوش لقومك شطرنتي يا غزالة خلماني خيوتا من خيوماني تاخبت النغدراناني اسقى خاطور داطراني تامبان خبيتني
شاتا خمرت خباني وبرق دخل شيخاني شاتا خمرت خباني وبرق دخل شيخاني
قشارة برات غزيلي خاينة قات وخيلي قشارة برات غزيلي خاينة قات وخيلي بلي بيه تمقنوا خبيقاتهم الدنوى خبيقاتهم الدنوى خبيقاتهم الدنوى
لا تيلا ولا تيلا لا تيلا ولا تيلا لبي رابا ممريلا لبي رابا ممريلا لا تيلا ولا تيلا لا تيلا ولا تيلا لبي تقاقي ممريلا لبي تقاقي ممريلا
راشتاخ مني رابلا مررتا قاموا إقبالي ويدالك كنت رشوالك مني بضان الاسبارتا دول بيدريلا.
Two brothers just talking are back.
With another
The Eagle
YouTube video.
We are back again. Shlama, everybody. Shlama, barakat to, hopefully everybody's doing well and doing great. My brother George, Khuni, as they say in Assyrian. Khuni lewa, Khuni.
Why do I pronounce it like Khoni?
Huh?
Is that right? I say Khoni.
Yeah, it's different dialects, right? So Khuni is like and then there's Khoni, like,
I'm from the southeastern tribe, he's from the northwestern tribe.
I'm from the Fire Tribe.
Oh, avatars have been like all over my store. Like, I see Avatar every day.
Avatar's pretty cool. I'll give them some credit. They did well. But that's not our topic today. We can maybe even, that's more to come when we start talking about
Mythology?
Asian
mythology.
And then Asia is pretty big, so you can't say like, because technically Persian can fall into it.
Yeah.
Like we have to like specifically choose the country. There's a lot in Asia, different mythology. There's like obviously the Chinese. There's probably the Japanese. There's school mythology things that we can kind of get into, and it'll be nice learning for us because I love history, and I do love mythology.
I like mythology. Like for example, the Japanese. The one people who controlled the sea was the goddess of the ocean, Tsukiyomi.
Ooh, that's a sick name, Tokuyomi.
Tsukiyomi.
Tokuyomi.
Yeah. And he was he just punished people for fun.
We're gonna give a shout out, sadness
To
for
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, he's original Dragon Ball creator. Voice of Goku.
It was actually so sad because I don't know if you read what every the creator of Naruto made a letter to him, creator of One Piece. Everyone's like, we miss our sensei.
Well, he is a sensei.
He's literally the sensei.
He is the Hiroshima? No, Hashirama. Sorry for that. I'm gonna say Hashirama. He was like the father of all shinobis. He was the original.
Yeah. And it was just it was crazy when I found out he died. The way he died was sad too.
Yeah,
blood clot.
Is it?
Blood clot in the brain, I think. They
really had a heart attack to that, right?
It was just it was quick.
God rest his soul, and we pray You know, hopefully.
And fun fact,
What?
this is actually he brought back Dragon Ball. This is a fact because he said Dragon Ball Evolution, the Dragon Ball Live. We watched as a kid, it was so bad, it was all American acting.
Yeah, okay.
Dragon Ball Evolution, that was what it was called. It was
The worst
a live
movie ever.
It was awful. He literally stated why he came back because that movie was so bad. It gave Dragon Ball a bad name, so he had to come back to make
Fix
it.
Well, you know, there's certain things that they could do to make it better, but that's not what we're talking about. So straight to jump into our mythology, we're going to start with the Greek mythology, and we say in my culture, in my language, we say Yonan. Yonan means Greece.
I know that. That's interesting.
It is. I think it's in Arabic is the same one too.
Is it?
Yeah, Yonanaye, you know, we say. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Greek mythology, love it. Probably one of my all-time favorite mythology was Greek mythology. I like Norse. We'll get into that one too. Loki and Odin.
Funny enough, I wasn't a big fan of that.
No, it's actually pretty cool. Even that's pretty cool actually.
So my favorite god from Greek mythology, I was a big fan of Poseidon. Funny enough.
Oh, this king of the sea, the god of the sea, or the trident, and you know.
And honestly, I don't know. Did you have a favorite god?
Yeah, I did. So one of the gods of Olympus is. Well, Olympus, you know the story of the mountain in Greece. Well, Olympus, you can go see it. It's an attraction, and then they have the pillars there, and you go. And Zeus is supposed to be the king of the gods, and the lightning. I liked him. So there was a game. The funny because I liked there was this game I played. I still own it actually. It's Age of Empires mythology.
It brings up this game.
Yeah, Age of Empires mythology. I still have that game. I love that game, and the cool thing is with Age of Empires, you know how you build your cities and your soldiers? This one's a different version. You get to choose who your hero is, your main hero, and by that you'll know my favorite hero. And then you get to choose whether it's Athena, whether you get to give your vows to Zeus or to Hades or to whichever gods that you do as you build your little city, your little Greek city and your hero.
Yeah.
My hero was always going to be my favorite Greek hero, and it's Odysseus. I love Odysseus.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now
He's the one who Trojan War. He's the one who came up with the idea of the horse going into Troy. He was the one who came up with it, and they hid in the horse. And once they opened the door, they thought it was an offering, and at night they came in and sacked the city.
So there's interesting things why. So we all know the story of how it was displayed. So do you think Hades was actually the worst god? You know how in movies they depict Hades as actually the enemy?
Well, no, it's not like the Hades was tricked by Zeus. If you ever actually read, so you have to read what the Greek mythology is, and you have to know who Kronos is.
The father
of the gods, right? Kronos was a titan. Have you ever seen it? So basically, Zeus was born from his belly.
Yes.
Right? All right. So Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon, all right, they planned to kill Kronos. That's how they did it. He killed his father.
Yeah.
And by doing that, he established himself as the king of the gods. And then tricked Hades into managing the underworld.
But there was a god before them. There was a what was her name? It was a female god.
Yeah, there was.
Was it? I don't remember. Let me.
Hera and
the Earth god. She was.
It was different.
No. It was weird because there was something I read. I have the original story right now.
There's different, because the Titans are really reflective of more of the nature, right? What it was it's a pretty cool story, and probably Zeus was the strongest and led the plan. Yes, Els. Zeus was the strongest and led the plan. The pack, you mean? But so Zeus did trick his brother Hades into underworld, and Hades was bitter because of it. So Zeus was the strongest. He was the smartest and the strongest. That's why he went and became the leader. He had both wisdom and he had power. And that's why they gave him that. But out of him, they say that Athena was born from his mind. Do you understand that?
So
that sounds crazy. So, go ahead.
I actually have... So...
The 12 gods of Olympus.
Yeah. Originally, how the 12 gods were supposed to started, the Titan, Kronos,
Yeah.
the leader before him was his father.
Yeah.
So he killed his father. He didn't actually hate his kids. He just was scared of them killing him.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So his current woman, Rhea, that was the name of the mother, she took Zeus and hit him and said he ate him. So when that happened, there was one child, Kronos, it said he made Aphrodite because he threw his, pardon my language, he threw his genitalias into the ocean, and Aphrodite, that's what it says.
No, it was one Greek guy that was just on a lot of drugs back in the days, right?
He threw his genitals
Whoever
into the
came up
ocean.
with this, that guy, whatever he was having in which part of Greece he was at that time and what we was inhaling, it must have been some good stuff. To come up with this thinking, I don't even know where you meant, but continue.
Yeah, the original...
So he threw his genitalia in the sea and
he
came up
he
with
castrated himself.
Yeah.
It literally says he I'm just like, why? Like, why are people saying like some mythologies? There's random points where you're like this is just odd, like context of me knowing how this god is made.
Yeah, Aphrodite was born out of the ocean of Cyprus. Yes, she was.
Yes,
she was.
that's weird.
That is the island of Cyprus. Is supposed to be Aphrodite's place, right?
Yeah, and the funny part, what was it?
So yeah, okay. So we gotta break it down. So the 12 gods of Olympus. We got. Let me see if I remember. And I haven't read in a while. I used to love it. So Poseidon.
Yes.
Hades.
Yes.
Okay. You got Hera. She's still part of it. You got Ares. You got Apollo. You have that's 5 Dionysus, Hermes. I'm trying to think here. I can't remember. I'm missing it. I said it. Hephaestus. I'm probably butchering it. That's 8. 4 more. Who am I missing right now?
I'll give you a hint. It's a big swoosh.
Athena. I didn't say. I forgot Athena. Athena's 1. 9. And then Aphrodite. I never said Aphrodite. She's still a goddess. And that's 10. And sorry, Swoosh. Artemis.
No.
She said Artemis 11. And who's Swoosh? Cupid? No, Cupid wasn't. Nike wasn't a Greek god.
Yes, he is. He's a Greek god.
No, he's not Nike.
Nike's a Greek god. That's
the 12 Olympus. The 12 gods of Olympus is not one of them.
You're talking about the 12 prophetical.
The 12, like the main 12 gods that sit on the Olympus.
The main 12?
Hades! Oh my gosh, dude.
You said Hades.
Did I?
Yeah. Here, I'll get it.
Now I have to look at whether I got it right or not. This is horrible. You get it. You're the...
12 gods.
I can't. Let me see if I still remember. This is back in the days, guys. It's coming to me. So I can't be a liar.
Okay.
Say it.
Zeus, Hera, Poseidon.
Hold on, slow down. Zeus, Hera, Poseidon. I said them so far.
Demeter.
Demeter.
Okay, Athena,
I said.
Apollo. Artemis. Ares. Hephaestus. Aphrodite.
Hermes.
And Hestia or Dionysus.
The only one I screwed up, I didn't say, was the... Demeter. But this is how you know I was a fan of Greek mythology. This is going back to like grade 12 and after that when I used to even study.
So, but Nike
he's a Greek god. I know that's what they named him after. I looked at him.
He's the Greek god of victory.
Yeah, but that's there's other entities and whatever after. They go. This person, whoever came up with this idea, he must have had some strong stuff for weeks. To come up with this whole thing, but
there's only 12 original gods.
The main ones.
Even they said the demigods cannot be you cannot track the demigods because there's so many. Zeus was a player, and they said He has so many kids, like, even hit the...
Yeah, well, Zeus, there was also demigods. Well, a demigod would be half
Half
God and half human, what they would call it. So they even talk about demigods. And then there was, like, the centaurs, and then there was, like, the, Medusa.
Medusa. But she was a human.
No,
Yeah,
she got tricked. Aphrodite was jealous of her beauty.
And then turned her into...
No, it wasn't Aphrodite. It wasn't
Athena.
Aphrodite. It wasn't Athena. I think it was Hera. It was Zeus's wife.
Was it? No, who's the goddess of beauty? Because she said...
Aphrodite. It was Aphrodite.
So yeah, so I had to...
Sorry, Aphrodite tricked her then turned her into that beast. But there's also the Minotaur, the centaur. Centaur's a half horse, half whatever. And then there is... what else I'm trying to think? I forgot what they were called. Oh, the Muses. The Fates.
Oh, no.
The ones that controlled, cut the... And then there was the Muses. The Muses were...
What do you call that guy who's a half goat, half human?
I think he was like part of... I don't know if he was part of the Muses, but...
Bro,
there was a lot of like... I look, and this is going by memory. Like, I haven't even looked at or got into it.
I know,
the Muses, there is supposed to be... the oracles, there is the goat... Have whatever that you kind of said. But...
like, if I said the original story, it literally goes like this. It's this short. Like, it takes them no time. In the beginning, there was chaos.
Chaos, yeah.
A yawning nothingness out of the void emerged Gaia, the earth.
The earth.
And other divine beings. Eros, love, the abyss, part of the underworld, and the Erebus, the unknowable place where death dwells. Without male assistance, Gaia gave birth to Uranus, the sky, who then fertilized her. And that's it.
And then everything else.
But, like, I remember in, like, the stories I read as a kid, it said Zeus was the one who gave the sky. But that's, like, none of... Like, Zeus didn't develop the lands.
No, he was... But there was the Titans, or whoever you called them, or whatever the power before. That's... But out of Kronos, Zeus was... Like, from Kronos, Zeus came.
But the only question is, why did they turn into gods instead of Titans? Like, based off lore, like... Titans, they came from Titans, right? So it doesn't make sense that they would not be Titans if there was how they play. Like, what made them into like are Titans stronger than gods? Because gods feared the Titans.
Well, I have to say that whoever came up with that idea he must have been on some strong Greek souvlaki. He was some strong souvlaki, you know, puff.
But like. And then it got weird when they said the gods, like... So, Poseidon's excuse to sleep around was because he said his older brother Zeus was doing it. So he went and slept with the human realm, too. And it was
so, like, Poseidon... So, what happened is, like, technically with the story, and I could be wrong. Zeus and Poseidon tricked... Well, Zeus mostly tricked Hades.
Yes.
Poseidon laid claim to the sea. Zeus took the earth. And Hades was given the underworld.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. And he grew bitter because of his Zeus tricking him into that. And, and then there is obviously the demigods. So Hercules, right? Jason from Zeus. Like all these different kind that supposedly come that Zeus ended up fathering, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with Poseidon. They were also Poseidon had...
Perseus.
Yeah. And they say the Cyclops... was actually Poseidon's kid. Yeah. So it's crazy something that... So the Cyclops, I forgot to mention the Cyclops. The Minotaurs.
That's one of them, yeah.
What about the Muses?
The Muses? I don't know if they're actually called that.
They are. They're part of the whole thing. I'm just telling you. It was actually, if you guys want to look into it, it's pretty cool to watch or play especially if we play the games. It's pretty cool. But the different heroes, like you've probably seen Troy, Achilles, supposedly he comes from... descended from Hercules. He's connected to Hercules. Odysseus was my favorite hero, as always, because he was smart. He wasn't just a good fighter, but he also used his brains, tactics-wise. But
the Muses were like...
The talents. Like
the talents.
The arts and stuff.
Like, it says like they had roles. Each muse had their own role, and they were based off the name. So there was astronomy, hymns, tragic theater, comedic theater, history, poetry, epic poetry, as they say,
Yeah.
song, elegiac poetry, dance, and lyrical poetry.
Yeah. So no, like it was pretty cool. Like, what did you find the most like? What did you like the most? Like,
I think from the only thing I really liked it was how like I guess how like the information got passed down between. Honestly, no. I'm gonna take back last bit. I really did not like Greek mythology because of how confusing. I liked some of the history, like Achilles was sick, but like I was more of a fan of the demigods than the gods.
yeah, well, the story because it's like like how a human became a hero and challenged the gods.
It's just like
Kratos, god of war.
that one's sick, but
I think that was a sick
but
story.
he's not
man.
actually like
God of War is a sick game. Guys should play it. It's a really good, amazing game if you can play it.
Not
and
more
it's cool. It
accurate.
incorporates mythology into it, Greek mythology.
And Norse.
He beat Zeus. He beat Ares. It's sick.
He beats Loki. He fathered Loki. He beats Odin. He beats Thor.
Oh, he's crazy. Kratos, that guy himself should be a meme.
We're pretty sure he's the next, like, this is off topic, but the next mythology God of War is taking on is the Chinese mythology.
Is it? I'll be sick to play it, yeah.
That's when it gets intense.
But that's why it's good kind of talking about. But yeah, like, for me, it's, I like the stories. It's always the demigods and how they realized who they were and the challenges that they went through and the battles. And at one time, well, you know what people believe. People believed all crazy stuff back in the days, right? The cool thing I liked was Leonidas, when he goes to the Oracle of Delphi. Because you have to go speak to them. Before you wage war or whatever, you had to get the okay of the council and the oracles. You had to seek them. But he didn't listen. He walked away.
That's what.
He's like a challenger. Leonidas was one of my favorite. And it's based on a true story.
But he's not like a son of the gods. He's just
like
that's why I liked him. He was a man.
He's a
Spartan. He's just a man.
He's like, what is your profession? Who are? And then they asked the other guy, what's your profession? I'm a potter. I'm a blacksmith. But
I think
because they were bred. The Spartans were bred to fight.
And
they were Ares. Majority of the time, their god that they went for was Ares, the god of war. Makes sense.
But like also,
and then, what was the other one? The Athenians. Were Athena. Yeah, which makes sense, right?
But like the only issue, even in like their mythology, the gods had beef. Like their whole point was getting more followers under them.
Yeah.
They weren't like ever helping each other.
Yeah.
They just ruled under.
But Zeus would tell them like, do not meddle with man's affairs. And if you were caught, he would punish you.
Yeah, but that's the whole, even in lore, like the other gods caught him doing it.
Yeah, he was a hypocrite. In a sense. He would tell them not to do it. He would go, he'd go meet different ones, pretend to be whatever, He's done it. Poor Jason, he didn't know. The old man he was talking to the whole time was Zeus. It was supposed to be his father.
And he's just like, I don't know. I think the strongest, actually...
the strongest is Zeus.
The strongest demigod, I think, was Perseus.
Jason. I think it was Jason.
Who was strongest?
Demigod in Greek mythology. I think I would say it would be Jason.
Holy Heracles.
That's Hercules.
Really? This doesn't seem legit. I remember he wasn't that.
Let's say Hercules or it's Jason. It has to be Zeus' son. That's what it would be. It's one of Zeus' sons. It won't be anybody else's but Zeus's.
Oh, I forgot he did that. No. Okay. So it is Hercules. He did the 12 labors.
Yeah, he did. He beat the lion of whatever. He did all the... It can't be just Hercules. I thought it was Jason.
No, I thought he was the weakest.
Is the strongest Greek demigod. It is actually Hercules. We were wrong. We take it back.
Wow. We were talking about...
Oh, Evade is back. It's time to evade your comments, Evade. So Evade, legend has it George is stronger than Hercules. That's what he says. This is what I think of your comment. Does it go down? Is it gonna go?
No, I agree with that comment. I am stronger than Hercules.
Do not diss Hercules, bro.
I take that.
Okay.
I take that one.
You know he's strong. You know who he's stronger than? Nebuchadnezzar. No, not even. No, Nebuchadnezzar was a good king. He's stronger than.
I could beat any of them at hand-to-hand combat with my eyes closed, with one hand.
George the best. He is. You know who I would have been strong? Remember that guy from year one? He's like, lather all that soap and oil on me, boys. That's me. Lather it, boys. Lather it.
No, honestly, it would be cool just to experience that. If I could go back in time and fight in those, like, great wars of history, but I knew I wouldn't die, I just get to fight in it, I would do it.
I'm trying to see, like, if different hand signals do anything. Peace doesn't do anything. And I'm trying to think of, like, if something... How do we know what the signs do?
You might end up making them think we're doing gang signs. They watch your hands.
Huh?
YouTube watches your hands. They'll think we're doing
I'm not. It's just supposed to be the thing. Like, this is like the mime. No.
Okay, I think you could do this one.
What is that?
Like a C, O.
What does C do?
I don't know. I feel like there's something that...
No, I think Hardy can do. Why does my heart always look like better than your hearts? What is that? That's a diamond, bro. That's not even a heart.
No, you're just jealous because my heart is...
Anyways. But yeah, I always bet on George, bro. It's like, you know, whatever, you know what I do sometimes? George doesn't know it. I inject him with adrenaline and this chemical, and you just start raging, and I let him battle, bro. I take him to like underground battles, and I inject him with the serum. He just starts going wild. He took out 3 fighters and 2 referees by the time we laid him out flat to sleep.
But like in Greek mythology,
we gave him horse steroids. We give him horse steroid. It's like you give it to the horses, but we give it to George. But yeah, no, that's jokes. But yeah, all love evade, all love evade.
Okay, but do you think steroids existed in like those times? Like,
bro, if this guy came up with this story about you, what chemicals were there? This guy, what he thought of, what was he on? Okay, there was always things there. People do random stuff. They're bored. He's just probably started eating random things until he's like, okay, I'll write down what this does to me. What this does to me. Somebody had to try it.
No, but
somebody had to try it and figure out, oh, this is poison. Imagine when you first came into the world, how do you know what was bad, what was good?
You know what's crazy to me still though? Like the architect of like those stuff, they're still up. Like we see them. We could go and see those buildings still.
Yeah, it's
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I would love to go to Greece and look at those. What is it? What do you call it? The columns? I forgot. Yeah. Not the Colosseum. It's big in Greece, in Athens. It's coming to. I'll probably butcher it. Google it for me, please. It's for the PH.
What is it used for?
It's just the columns, the building, like in Athens.
Building in Athens.
But yeah, there you can see those. Like Mount Olympus is probably they have the Greece has a lot of places you can go and see and well, we got to evade. If George was the king of Assyria, I would be
Acropolis.
Huh?
Acropolis.
No, man. Don't worry about it. It's the buildings with the columns. If George was the king of Assyria, I would be testing his food for poison. I'd take anything for George. Anything? Anything? That's straight up love. We already know, evade, what you would take and what you wouldn't. But if he was king of Assyria, there would definitely be battle between the older brother. For the older brother has the right to the heir to the throne.
You know, the one idea I liked, who was there a king of Like, I forget, was like Greece? Did they ever have any kings?
Yeah, Greece had a lot of kings, dude. King Agamemnon, there's Odysseus, there was like so many different types of kings.
No, but like, wasn't that like broken up? Like, Greece has
there was different kings that like Athens, like technically they were their own. Like Leonidas was one king of Sparta. Like they weren't united yet. They're the same people that spoke similar language, but they fought each other. It was like the Assyrians against Babylonians, the same thing. The Assyrians, of the north, and Babylonians of the south, and they didn't get along. Why can't we just get along? It's all love.
But like, for example, in Japan, like the old time, there was one ruler of the whole area, but like they had noble districts. Like the emperor was known.
Yeah, that's different. That's after it came. Alexander the Great was the first one to do that.
To unite his nation?
To make Greece. It's because of Alexander the Great.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He did.
I remember. Yeah, you're right.
He put together. That's why the Greeks they call them.
But like, when do you think they stopped? Like, do you think they stopped when do you think they stopped following their mythology? Like when Roman Empire?
No, it's not that they stopped. There's still people that sacrifice, small group that still worship and follow the gods, right? But I think when Christianity hit, like Greeks went hard before Christianity.
They did. That's what I'm saying.
They gave up everything. They followed it and they spread it and they did a lot. And the New Testament, a lot of it was written in Greek, right?
It was. That's crazy.
Yeah. And they're very passionate about.
But like, how long did you think that mythology lasted? So,
it lasted for a while until
followers.
Christianity came, and then after just like what remained, they left all of that for Christianity. Like probably there was a few people that were pissed off and upset and that lingered, but eventually Christianity overtook that, and then that's how you get into the Byzantium era, and the whole councils of even the stories of like Christianity and how it started. It's pretty cool. Like how it is, the setup, and World War came around it, and there was crusades, and it's crazy if you get into how it's like that. But some of the things that people don't realize, some of the mythology and stuff that was taken and was embedded and passed little by little snuck into traditions. So you'll notice a few things that people continue to do, but they were paganism, like pagan worship in a sense, right?
As they say.
But yeah, in overall Greek mythology, awesome history. Get into it. Like this is just scratching the surface of what it is. The stories are so cool. There's Homer's Iliad that talks about, excuse me, the Trojan War. Everybody's aware of. Everybody's seen Troy, Achilles. You heard about Hercules. You've seen the gods, the battles, Jason. There's a lot of cool things, Mount Olympus, Zeus, and Poseidon, and Trident. So it's a lot of cool stories to it, and it's pretty interesting. And it's probably one of my favorites. And as we learn and we try other ones, I might start having new favorites, right? So I kind of open a mind. I just know a bit of that, a lot of that, and then Norse gods, and that's like pretty much it. From mythology from my end, but I love it. Really? I love the whole topic. It's so big, and there's so much.
I feel like you know about the Egyptian gods as well.
Yeah, I know a bit of the Egyptian gods too.
I was gonna say they're pretty popular.
Yeah,
Anubis, all of them.
Yeah, even us, like the Marduk and Marduk. Yeah. I haven't. It's crazy in Syrian, but I haven't seen too much of our mythology. Right? Maybe we'll leave that to last to see.
Our mythology is pretty.
The Anunnaki.
Gilgamesh,
the first written king.
And the best king. Everything.
Gilgamesh, go watch it. Read about it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's my final thoughts on the Greek mythology. But yeah.
And my final thoughts on Greek mythology is I think Hades was displayed as a very bad guy, but I think he was pretty cool.
Hades just he got tricked by his brothers. I don't know. That's a poor guy,
The youngest gets the smallest stick, as they say.
Yeah. What? I don't know what the heck you said. I apologize on behalf of my brother. But I don't know what he's talking about. You know what? This is what they said to me. They said this is a side effect from giving him horse steroids. So we're gonna lay it down on the horse steroids on my brother here. But all jokes aside, but yeah, that's it. Now we get into our second topic.
Collectibles. I'm a big collector. I have the number one rated Charizard in the world. It's worth 1.4 million.
I knew he was gonna do this. I can't buy. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I like collectibles. It's crazy how not a lot of us know what the value. Like you could have had stuff now
From way back.
Like if you kept it in mint condition, it could be worth a lot of dineros. But
It's actually so crazy.
Listen to this crazy story.
This is like the most annoying thing.
Before I cut him off, I'm going to let him continue. It might be a crazy story. It might just be the wear off of the side effects of the horse steroids.
Like, this was the most annoying thing. I was the owner of a GameCube. So when I go in and I see a game I bought when I was a kid for like $20, and I see in store, for nostalgia, I want to buy that game again, and it's worth like $400, I was just like, wow, I lost, like, Mario Kart Double Dash, it's worth $104.
No one's going to buy it.
No! My brother just bought it for $104.
Shame on you, brother. You need to slow down. Yo, someone, what up, someone? PGA.
And like,
Charizard.
and it's crazy because you had Pokemon cards.
Yeah, so I was probably one of the first generation I got. And I'll tell you the crazy story. I probably have said this in my other one. Was with my mom in a white caravan, God rest her soul. And we drove, to this convenience store. And I'm like, please buy me the Pokemon booster pack. Just one pack. Like, it wasn't a booster pack.
Oh, you're talking from the vending machine one?
No. You can buy the pack and it's 10 cards. You can buy the pack and it's 10 cards in there. So, I don't know. You just get the pack.
Yeah.
So, it was like, at that time, I don't even remember, but she bought it for me. First Pokemon cards I ever bought. And I remember getting out of the store and I opened one by one. Guess what it is? First edition in Naka, I jumped so high, I still remember. I jumped at least 2 feet in there. First edition, Shadowless Charizard. I had it. But the problem is that we grew up in a complex, and at a young age, we even learned how to gamble between other kids. You know how you trade cards? We did not trade cards. We played Blackjack 21 against other holographic cards, and we played like little pool games with each other, bro. It was hilarious as kids growing up on what we did. But yeah, I had the Charizard, and I didn't know that Charizard, if you kept it in mint condition, which we put inside, if I kept it. The way I wasn't like that. A lot of people tend to keep their stuff, which I should have kept, right? I would give it to other people to enjoy it, like my family or friends. Or
he gave it all to his cousin.
Because you guys were too young for that. You wouldn't even.
He said we were too young, and
they were like a 1 year old. I don't know what they would.
He even said
they probably eat it. I should have kept it in all honesty. But yeah, that's my story. I had more than that. I actually had all of the other ones like Venusaur and Blastoise, and those are worth a lot too.
You know what else is worth a lot?
Huh?
So, I went into a store and I was asking them, how much is like the Dark Vader PSP cost? The one you had. Right? This one blew my, when I went to this collecting store, he's like, yeah, if you want it, it's like $800 to $1,000. I'm like, is that with like everything with it? He's like, no, like that's like just pretty much the box with like a broken piece of it. I'm like, how much is it if like it's fully mint condition?
I didn't even know what I did with that.
You sold it, I remember. Fully like good condition, amazing condition. It's selling for $1,700.
Well, this is what it is. Moral of the story: collect your stuff because you don't know what they're going to be worth, especially popular stuff. But I like collect. If I collected that, which we did, you grow up and you move on, right? Like it's not the same. Like I enjoy it.
9.8.
Yeah, like that's just older. They're nothing special. The real good stuff are gone. You won't get them to that point of right now saying, well, you know what's crazy? The NHL hockey card right now. There's a 1 of 1, Connor Bedard. If you get that pulled.
That's amazing.
Right now, there's a bounty on it for $1 million. I'll do it in Dr. Evil's voice. $1 million. But yeah, no, like it's whatever you're kind of collecting and you're enjoying, keep it. You never know it's worth something depending on what it is. You know what? It's great. You know what's? I used to collect Pokemon, but I also had Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
I never thought they would be worth anything. I had all of them. And it's funny, I just saw some of them and they have crazy values. I didn't even think about that. And I gave those away too. But yeah, like, you don't think about it's going to be...
No, you don't. And like, it's crazy how like the value skyrockets. Just not because it's like unique, just based off nostalgia, and everybody like got rid of them in a poorly...
And they got, yeah, well, it is. Actually, it's also how many they did. Because the Charizard Shadowless first edition, it's hard. Like,
no, that was crazy hard.
Yeah, like those are crazy hard, some of them, right? Like they didn't make that many of them. And not only that, because of how long ago they were, plus people got rid. So it makes it more rare because there wasn't that many printed, plus to have them in that good condition after like 20 years or 25 years.
Yeah. That was insane.
It's insane. You know, I like collectibles. I'm a big fan. I like a bit of hockey cards, basketball, baseball. I'm not too crazy into baseball, but I'll collect them. And then just, comics or...
Just watch us do the first ever edition of Pokemon cards opening, unsealed. I mean sealed.
What?
I'm saying one day we might just buy it, the sealed.
I don't know, like that's the thing. How do I trust that? How do I know it's real though?
But you have to buy it from a legit
But how do you know they have the legit one?
Because you get insurance with those like actual companies.
But how would you know they're real?
Like you take it to the appraiser. You'll take they have like every facility to make sure they don't. If they scam you, they have to give you your money back. So it's like you in the end.
But shouldn't they be the ones to prove it?
No. They'll have to get a third party source. They can't get somebody from their own company to prove it for you, because that means they could instantly say, "Oh, it's real." So it's like you have to get someone who's actually professionally.
I don't know, yeah, but that's tricky, bro. Like, but go and buy like something for $10K. Like, I don't even know it's gonna be worth a lot.
You don't. That's
like,
why.
Yeah,
it's gambling.
I know it gets authenticated. You pay for it. Yeah, thank you, someone. But yeah, you pay. I guess. Yeah.
But it's like a casino, but in a deck of cards. If you're willing to lose money, in my opinion, lose money on something that you know is like a better chance.
You know what? You're right. That's a good point. Because if you go to a casino, you're getting at least a value out of this. It's gambling, but it's, I guess, educated gambling.
Yeah, it's like realistically.
But yeah, listen, guys. The story is. I want you to take good things out of this. Don't gamble. It's not. Don't waste your money on things. But if you have a hobby that you enjoy, you love, and you're passionate, whether it's Pokemon, whether it's hockey, whether it's baseball, whether it's, I don't know, Disney.
Anything.
Disney, I heard like the Disney cards are going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like it's a big collectible. Whatever it is you enjoy as a hobby, stamps, coins, you love it, you enjoy it, you want to keep it, you want to start something.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Do all. But what I'm saying is like build your collection, but leave it for, whether you have brothers or nephews or your own kids or
if you're
whatever, or just collect it and gift it to your family. I don't know. It depends on what it is.
Like in the future, I want to be the person who has many collectibles of swords. Like I want to collect old swords. I have a passion for them, like historical swords. Like, do you know what a Syrian sword from the Empire looks like? No, I don't.
Well, sorry, I don't evade right now. I was like, so we start scamming me. No, evade. I don't think you have the right mindset or what's going on. You must be in a very dark place right now. We're talking about positivity, good things. Don't worry about that. You gotta find a hobby that you enjoy. I don't know what your hobby is. Is it maybe playing Destiny with your cousin for like 8-10 hours? I don't know. You have to figure out something, whatever it is. Maybe it's PC games. Maybe it's digital. Because digital over hard copy.
I hate digital.
Yeah.
He taught me that.
Yeah, and if your hobby is staring at pain, I'm sorry, but you need to go seek professional help in that. Because why would you want to look at pain? Because people are in pain. That's a bit hurtful, So negativity aside, whatever you're collectible, whatever you're enjoying, good things that help, that you want to share and teach others, do it. Why not? But just don't, because you never know. To you, it might be worth nothing right now, but 20 years down the road, it might be worth something.
It could.
It could.
Well, even paintings, like it would be so cool having, like a history, like whatever passion you ever had as a kid growing up, kept a history of that, like just to keep for yourself. Like you know how like you were passionate about like Pokemon.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to show like your kids like, hey, look at all my.
Yeah, it is actually kind of carry on. But yeah, I see. I don't play games anymore. I just stare at Paintly. Well, yeah, I don't know where
Huh?
Vape is. Well, no, you shouldn't be. You should. If you do, you have probably family, friends that you could talk to, cousins, professional help that can help you. You know, there's more. There's a lot of things to do. You just gotta pick up and you know do your best, right? But anyways, back to the topic. To finalize the collectibles, I mean, basically collectibles. What I wanted to mention is find something that you enjoy as a hobby and work at and build with somebody, that a friend or a sibling or a family relative, whatever, as a hobby together that you build and kind of go from there. So enjoy it, and but that's not true actually. God loves you. Jesus Christ loves you.
What?
His family that loves you.
You know, the most expensive collectibles in the world, there's two of them only. It's called the St. Gaudens Double Eagle, and it's worth $18.9 million.
Oh, that's crazy. See,
That is just crazy.
Who pays that much for like a card? That's intense. But,
like some collectibles going crazy. Like
I told you the bounty, the one of one, but it's one of one. They're asking 1 million USD right now.
That's crazy though. Like I would never be a car collector personally, because to me, like a vehicle, I want to be able to drive my vehicle.
Yeah.
If I'm collecting them, I will never feel like good about driving them publicly, because like you have this such like unique vehicle. Someone else can come and ruin that for you by hitting you, and boom.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, but my final thought, on collectibles, basically what I wanted to add, whatever your hobby is, to kind of pass. I'm not going to spend money or anything like that. It's just something you want to enjoy, whether it's collecting rocks. Some people collect like nice rocks or whatever. It keeps you happy, enjoyable, but you never know like what you're doing, and it is a collectible. It is something that you can make out of it.
Yeah.
You can share that experience with your family, friends, or leave it for the new generations to come. Don't just look at it and be like, and then throw it out. You never know. If you're done with it, box it up, put it together. I like boxing things up and leaving the boxes, depending on what it is. But enjoy it and share with family and friends. Yeah. That's my
I agree.
And they can be worth a lot of money one day. You never know.
Yeah, no, they could really good. I can having that hobby, collecting stuff. I think it's amazing. I personally will love to get into it. Like, there's many things that I miss from my childhood that you wouldn't even think were collectibles. Like old game consoles. Like these are all collectibles to people now.
They are. It's like it becomes a nostalgia, like you said.
Yeah.
The games are worth a lot of money.
And it just goes. But it's like sometimes I think it would be nice just to open up my old game system, go back, play my favorite game on that system, and go like, oh wow, this is like it's still an amazing game that I love.
Yeah.
No, but that's all I have to say for that topic.
Yeah, that is, smash, hit, subscribe, and like, always. Our next one, what are we going to talk about? Norse mythology? Is that the next topic that we
we know quite a bit about Norse mythology.
We'll get into, I think one I'm actually want to read and look into is like more like the Japanese, the Chinese.
Those ones are very
They're
cool.
going to be pretty cool, I think. Pretty cool mythology and just collectibles, and always have a second topic that we want to talk about. We really appreciate you tuning in and listening to us. Send shout outs, send comments, whatever you bring our way.
And ideas.
We're trying to make it entertaining, right?
If you guys want anything else we could talk about, we can talk about stuff.
Yeah,
professionals at this
take
point.
the good things out of whatever what we're kind of talking about. Yeah. And it was awesome. Appreciate your time, everyone. Take care. One.
تمرد لبسامته
خدلي مدردخ باللي بطورانه طلتي واتب هاي ناخ قومي وشطرانه خدلي مدردخ باللي بطورانه طلتي واطب هاي ناخ قومي وقرشانه
هاي نرقص انا رجوانه هاي نرقص صرقله بريبانه هاي نرقص انا رجوانه هاي نرقص صرقله بريبانه
خليتك لي تبرش رمتا نرقص انا رجوانه خليتك لي تبرش رمتا صرقله بريبانه انا خلاب بدي قمتا نرقص انا رجوانه انا خلاب بدي قمتا صرقله بريبانه
صوالي البدرات يا خزيالي سلطة وقتا وما هجلايا بغزادة خطة
صوالي البدرات يا